In January 2024, two people started using AI tools for the first time. Same intelligence. Same amount of time. Same tools available to them. By December 2024, one of them had increased their output by roughly 30%. The other had multiplied their effective output by 400%. One of them used AI to do their existing tasks faster. The other used AI to restructure what tasks were even worth doing. The gap between those two people has nothing to do with intelligence, money, or access. It has everything to do with how they think about what AI is. And in 2026, this gap is compounding. Every month, the people who use AI at the surface level fall further behind the people who use it at the system level. This video is about the difference, and how to be on the right side of it starting today. Welcome back to AutonomiLab. This is one of the most important videos I've made on this channel, because the insight here is not about any specific tool. It's about how to think about AI differently, in a way that compounds your results instead of just speeding up your current work. Let's break down the 5 habits that separate top 1% AI users from everyone else. Most people use AI the way they use Google. They have a question. They type it. They get an answer. Maybe they copy something. Maybe they get a quick summary. Then they close the tab. This is useful. A 30% productivity boost is real. But it's not the fundamental transformation that's possible. Surface-level use treats AI as a search engine that can write. A smarter Google. A faster library. The limitation is this: if you use AI to do your existing tasks more quickly, you're optimizing for a world that's changing. You're getting better at doing the wrong things faster. The person who uses AI at the system level is doing something categorically different. They're using AI to figure out which tasks they should even be doing at all. The average person types a vague question. What are some ways to grow a YouTube channel? The AI gives a generic list that could apply to anyone. A top 1% AI user writes prompts like this: you are a YouTube growth strategist who has worked with channels in the AI tools and productivity niche with 0 to 10,000 subscribers. My channel posts 1 video per week. My average view duration is 55%. My CTR is 4.2%. My current subscriber count is 340. What are the 3 highest leverage actions I should take in the next 30 days? Be specific, prioritize by potential impact, and explain your reasoning. The difference in output quality is enormous. Not because the AI is smarter, it's the same AI. Because the prompt contains context, role definition, specific metrics, and a clear format request. Habit: spend 3 minutes writing your prompt before hitting send. Role plus context plus specific goal plus format request. Every time. A one-time interaction with Claude is useful. But a configured Claude project with your business context, your writing style, your product catalog, and your standard operating procedures saved as documents, that's an AI assistant that knows your business. Top 1% users don't start from scratch with every AI session. They build persistent systems. Practical application: in Claude, create a project. Upload your brand voice guide, your frequently asked questions, your past best performing content, and a 1-page brief of what your business does and who it serves. Now every AI conversation starts from a foundation. You don't re-explain yourself. You don't get generic answers. You get responses calibrated to your specific context. This is the difference between hiring a new freelancer for every project versus having a permanent team member who knows your business inside out. Surface-level users use one AI tool at a time for one task. Top performers connect tools into pipelines that handle entire workflows automatically. Example pipeline: a competitor publishes a new video. Zapier scrapes the title and description, sends it to Claude with the prompt, analyze this video's positioning, identify the content gap, and suggest 3 angles we haven't covered. Output drops into a Notion database called Content Opportunities. You review it every Monday morning. That entire intelligence gathering pipeline runs automatically. No manual research. No scrolling competitor channels. The opportunities surface themselves. Another example, new subscriber joins email list tagged as new in MailerLite. Welcome sequence triggers automatically at email 3. The sequence tests whether they click product links. If yes, they're tagged buyer curious and move to a purchase sequence. If no, they continue to nurture content. Habit: every time you do a manual task twice in AI, ask, can this be automated into a pipeline? If yes, build the pipeline. This might be the most important habit. Top performers treat every AI output as a starting point, not a destination. The people falling behind use AI differently. They ask a question, they get an answer, and they use the answer as is. Copy-pasted. Unedited. Published without review. The problem isn't that AI is unreliable, though it sometimes is. The problem is that the person who doesn't refine AI output produces work that is obviously AI generated. It's generic. It lacks specific data. It doesn't have a perspective. And audiences, employers, and clients can feel the absence of human judgment. Top 1% AI users use AI to draft 70% of the work in 20% of the time, and then spend the remaining time adding the 30% that no AI can produce: personal experience, specific data points, counterintuitive observations, and a genuine point of view. The output is better than what either the human or the AI would produce alone. That's the actual competitive advantage. The final habit is a practice, not a tool. Every week, top 1% AI users ask one question about their work: what did I spend time on this week that AI could have done? They keep a simple log. Tasks I did manually. Was there an AI alternative? What would it take to build that alternative? Over 12 weeks, this weekly audit produces a compounding list of automations. The first week, maybe you find one task. By week 8, you've automated 12 recurring activities. By week 12, you're spending your time almost entirely on work that requires genuine human judgment, strategy, relationships, creative decisions, while AI handles everything repetitive. This is what the compounding gap looks like from the inside. The person who audits weekly eventually arrives at a point where their effective hourly output is 5 to 10 times higher than someone